Hey everybody, it's Melissa Martinez with the Healthy Futures Pulaski County Coalition again, and it is Friday, so we know what that means, right, Shawn?
Yep, it's Fit Friday.
Okay, but we're talking about everything fitness. So today we are actually at CrossFit St. Robert with Austin Dickinson, who co-owns the gym with Jessie. You might remember Jessie, you guys. We talked with her. She's from the Army Wellness Center. So I am so glad to be here, and it's a great thing because I know nothing about CrossFit. So can you kind of just give us a description of what it is?
So CrossFit is going to be just basic functional fitness, basically. What we're looking to do is to get people moving, get people healthy, have a little bit of fun along the way, and it's the best way to get in shape for everyday life, I think. So,
Oh, that's so
to prepare you for everyday life.
So when you say functional, that means you help them be better physically in all areas, whether they be grandma, mother, they're stronger to bring in their groceries, they're stronger to pick up their kids.
Yeah, and that's a good illustration, is bringing in your groceries, I think, for everybody. You might not see that where it's applicable to lift weights, but learning how to do it properly, getting that strength and building that strength for anybody of any age is going to help with any part of life, whether it's picking up your grandkids or picking up your kids, putting them in the car, carrying in your groceries, the list goes on.
And what about keeping you, especially as people age, it helps to keep them free from injury, and I think we don't think a lot about that.
100%. We have a lot of people that are skeptical to come in because they have prior injuries, and the tendency actually is that if you don't work that, say you had a back injury, a lot of people will just stay away from doing anything with their back in general, and that actually makes it a lot weaker, and you see a lot more injuries down the road. So being able to learn, work around that, build up the strength around your back can make a big issue. Same thing with a knee injury or shoulder injury or anything else.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So would you say your focus here is more on strength rather than endurance, or is it a combination?
So the great thing about CrossFit is it is going to be a combination of both. So there's going to be days where we really take it, break it down and really learn each individual movement that we're going to be doing, working on baseline strength, whether it be lower body or upper body. But we'll also have some sort of conditioning piece in every workout. And then we'll have other days of the week where we focus more on endurance training, where we're going to go 30 to 40 minutes of interval training, so we can get that aerobic work in as well.
So I have a question. So when you say that I'm taking it, it's done as in a team type of environment. So can you kind of explain a little bit what that kind of looks like?
Yeah, so every class with CrossFit is going to be coach-led. So as you come in, the coach of the hour-long class is going to lead you through a warm-up. They're going to explain that warm-up, teach you how to do any movements that maybe you're new to or you haven't seen before, get your body moving and ready for the workout that's going to come. As we dive into something like a strength workout, we're going to teach each and every movement, make sure you're doing it appropriately, keep your weight at bay until you have that form and technique that we can add weight or build strength upon that. And then we usually take that strength and then we apply it into some sort of conditioning workout afterwards.
So that being said, do you have different levels? So do you have beginner levels,
Yes.
intermediate, so they can work up to that?
So in CrossFit, we have what's called an RX workout. I guess is what you would see a lot of, whether it be online or whatnot. RX just means it's a prescribed workout. So we'll have a standardized workout that we prescribe, whether it be pull-ups or box jumps or things like that. And then we always have a scale to that. So the scale could be, instead of jumping on the box, you're going to step on a box. We actually have people that we've stacked plates up that are lower than the box that you're sitting on.
Okay.
So we can always scale something down to make sure that you're able to do, some rendition of the movement.
So that being said, do you find that, and I hope the answer to this is yes, because I would love for everyone to be able to partake in it, that your age groups are like, what, from 18 to 85, I would hope?
Yeah, I mean, we have people that are in every day that are over 60 years old.
Wow.
That's good.
We have some 50-year-olds. We have that middle 40
Well,
to...
50 is not that old.
Right.
No, it's
not
not.
saying that 50 is not old at all.
It's not.
But I've worked with people up to 70 years old.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anybody can come in. Now, are you going to do the exact same thing as I'm doing? Probably
No.
not, right? So we're going to scale that based upon your level of fitness or where you're at in your fitness journey.
So basically, and I want to get this out there because Shawn and I, we talk about this a lot. One of the biggest hindrances to people getting fit is their intimidation. And there's no reason to be intimidated. You know, Austin and I were talking about you don't have to get fit to step into a gym. It's just the opposite. And Austin wants to dispel that myth. He said, you know, you come in here and you are completely welcome. No matter your fitness level, your age, or anything, right?
100%. We absolutely welcome anyone of any fitness level. If you've never ever done fitness in your life, you're more than welcome to come in. I think we pride ourselves here at CrossFit St. Robert on our welcoming community. I even have discussions with a large group of our core members about times of PCS season or just when we know we're going to be a little bit more busy about extending a welcome to someone, because everyone that's come into the gym has been intimidated in some way. Everyone. I don't care who you are. Even if you're in shape, you're still a little apprehensive about walking into a new gym. And everyone's been there and everybody's experienced that. So, you know, having someone reach you and say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and kind of breaking the ice right off the bat is really important here. And I think we do a pretty good job of that.
Would you say then, I guess, I kind of lost my train of thought, but so anybody that would come in, regardless of their age or anything like that, they don't need to be intimidated, and you're going to immediately be able to sit down with them. You're going to be able to talk about, you know, what their goals are, and then you can sit down and say, hey, this is what we can do for you.
Definitely. So as a lot of people come in, we get contacted via Facebook or by phone, and that's where I'll have that initial conversation with them. Being the owner, I mean, I'm up here pretty much all the time. So when they come in, there's some people that want to come in, they just kind of want to watch and see how class goes, see how it runs, talk to me, which is great. Some people are kind of like, I want to come in, I want to get started right away, which is fine as well. So, I mean, we welcome any route. I mean, you're welcome to come in and sit to the side of the class and just see what a class is all about.
So do you think it's ever too late for anybody to start?
Definitely not. I think that's the biggest myth in fitness in general, and that's what keeps a lot of people from getting into it, because they feel like they're too far gone or they need to do X, Y, Z before they come in. And like we talked about before, you know, you don't try to get yourself better before you go to the doctor. And it's the same thing with the gym. You come to the gym to get in better shape. You don't have to get in shape before you come into the gym.
Right. I love that. And you guys have a lot of equipment here. I see you've got some rowing machines. And guys, excuse us, but we're not going to bring the camera all the way around. But can you kind of tell us the concept behind some of the equipment?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different rowing machines, skiing machines, bikes as well, and we utilize running as well. The one thing I love about the different machine work is it is a difference. I feel like everybody at home can just go run. So if you wanted to go run, you don't need to come to a gym necessarily to run. Now we'll work on running for sure, but we also have a lot of people that maybe have prior injuries that you know, running is something that they're not able to do. But a movement like a rowing machine where it's stationary, it's not as jarring on the body, you don't have a lot of that, that's going to help them be able to modify a workout or whatnot. We utilize that, we utilize the boxes a lot, we utilize the pull-up rig a ton. For me, it's all about progression. I love watching people start at a very base level and then building up to something they never thought they could do before. And as a coach, that's exciting to see, whether it be weight, whether it be a different movement. Maybe they start with, you know, doing some ring rows, which I think everyone can do, but they move to a pull-up or even a muscle-up. I've seen people do that. It's pretty gratifying as a coach to see those types of improvements.
So I know when CrossFit came out, and that's been a while back, there was a lot of misconceptions that people were getting injured because they were just going in there and flipping tires, you know.
Right.
I think that, and I think some people still think that's what you do in CrossFit.
Yeah.
But can you tell them the truth?
Yeah. Well, everything is going to be coach-led, and you know, I think like anything else, running, I see more people get injured running.
Yes, I'm a running coach.
And 100%, that statistic
Absolutely.
is, you know, runners are the highest injury rate. I'm not saying running's bad by any means.
It's lack of core strength.
Right.
It's lack of functional strength,
Right.
like going on your lateral movements.
100%, and a
stuff
lot of
like
it's
that.
listening to your body, you know, leaving your ego at the door, which we are always adamant about. You know, you have to do movements correctly and you have to do them right. And, you know, as a coach, that's our job, is to watch you and make sure you're moving right. And if you're not moving right, to let you know, hey, we need to dial this back, or we need to work on this before we increase weight, increase movement. And so I think we do a great job at doing that.
So you're going to show them the proper form.
100%.
Good.
Definitely.
Well, that dispels that.
So this is one of the things that kind of stuck out to me, is like when you are communicating that, it's like it's patience. This is not like you come in here and get ready for next week.
Right.
This is a slow build. taking them through step by step to reduce injury and help them to build and be more confident and stronger.
Right. Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to build up a lot of the small muscles around a lot of the things that we do, and you have to learn how to do it right and take the time to progress to a movement. Some people could actually do the movements physically, but they need to gain a little bit more strength before we start doing several repetitions of those movements. So, you know, it's important to if you go to any CrossFit gym, whether it be this gym or any other CrossFit gym, is to make sure the coach is explaining what you're doing, they're showing you how to do it, and they're keeping an eye on you while you're working out and ensuring that you're doing it properly or giving you a modification if you need it. So.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. So basically, when you get in here, you're going to be getting an all-around workout, because I'm seeing machines that work your lower body, seeing machines that work your upper body, seeing machines that get you stronger, seeing things that are going to make you move your muscles in different ways that you weren't doing before.
Definitely.
Which is going to help with those. You know, and when I think about functional fitness, I just think about just that turning like this. Well, if your muscles aren't strong there, you know, you could easily, you know, hurt your back. You could.
I tell you, I've seen people get injured, and a lot of times it doesn't come in the gym. It comes from like, oh, I was picking up my kid from the side, and you know, and putting them in the car seat, or I got out of my car too quick. I've seen that a lot. Get out of your car too quick and tweaked your lower back and things like that. So not moving in a functional pattern a lot of times can lead to those everyday life accidents. And I think being in the gym like this, learning to do things properly, and like we talked about, you're building those small muscles that you need to support your larger muscles, and you're going to be able to just be more functional in general through everyday life.
Would you find too that this helps people with their balance? Because I know, you know, almost everybody is stronger on one side, and then they'll tend to really make that.
Definitely. And we will toss in a lot of unilateral work too. So whether it be dumbbell type stuff where you're doing single arm presses, because that's exactly right. You can favor one side or the other, whether it be with your legs or not. But you know, doing some unilateral work is always a good thing.
That's awesome. See, I'm learning a lot.
I mean, if you just come and live in Waynesville, St. Robert, or Fort Leonard Wood, you should leave here big, like strong, conditioned, because there's a lot of great programs.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing, even with yours, what are some of the times that you have your programs? Is it a set time to do the workouts? Can people come in on their own and say, hey, I'm just going to go through this regimen?
Right.
I mean, how does that work?
So we have classes every day, Monday through Friday. We have a 5 a.m., a 9 a.m., and then a 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Now that's, as of right now, obviously everyone's schedule is kind of up in the air with everything that's going on. But so, like I said, those hour-long classes they're gonna be a full hour-long, coach-led at every one of them. The majority of our members come in there. Now we do have some people that come in maybe to do a morning workout, and maybe they're training for something specifically, so they may come back in the afternoon into the side of class, do some of their own thing. But the majority of what we do is going to be class-led. And everyone is doing the same. I think that's the biggest thing about CrossFit is everyone's doing the same workout. So for instance, I take one of our classes each day while another coach is coaching, and I did the 9 a.m. class yesterday, and so I'm working out with you know, Susan, who comes in, and she's over 50, and so she is in the corner, and we're doing the exact same workout. Now, do I have more weight than she does? Definitely, obviously, right? But we're doing the exact same workout for the exact same time domain. And when we get done, we're both just as tired, right? Laying on the floor, exhausted after the workout, and we're giving each other a high five afterwards. And I just absolutely love that. I mean, I'm going to work out with someone who might be just as fit as me, or just at the exact same fitness level, or we have, you know, all different ages in at one time. So it's pretty cool to see that and see how that dynamic.
Seems like community is important to CrossFit. It's a CrossFit community.
It is community, yeah.
So you kind of see almost a family of a community kind of growing together.
Oh yeah, I mean, we
kind of marking everybody's progress.
After I know after Memorial Day we do an annual Murph around Memorial Day, and so Murph is just a really long, terrible workout that everybody does in honor of just, you know, any soldier that's given the ultimate sacrifice. So afterwards we invited, you know, just everyone to come to our house afterwards and for a barbecue. And we had, near 40 people there
Wow.
from the
Wow.
gym that come there. So, people are comfortable enough as that, you have that sort of relationship with your members that they want to come over and they want to hang out, and it is like a family. And I think in a military community that might be even more important because most of them don't have their family around
Right,
here,
that makes sense.
and so they can kind of build that family inside of a CrossFit community, which is great.
So basically, they have a support group.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and I have found that is like key. If you want to stick with something, it's easy to start something. I mean, it maybe not easy, but it's much harder to stick with it over a long period of time.
100%. Most of the successful people I see sign up, honestly, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people that are successful come in either with a friend or a friend has brought them in, and they have sort of like we call a battle buddy or somebody that they come
Yeah.
with, and they build those kind of relationships, and they hold each other accountable, and I think that's great. But as they get in, they develop more of those, because if you come to the 9 a.m. regularly and you don't show up for a few days, we're all going to let you know that you weren't here for a few days and be like, hey, where you been,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
give you a hard time about it. And I think that's part of the fun that, people like coming in. They like to know that they weren't there. And,
Right.
and
That they were missed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because they are, you become part of that family, and you're like, hey, where's so-and-so been? And I'll get other members in class that are asking me, like, hey, where's so-and-so been? And that's, that's really cool to see.
I love that. So
Yeah.
where can they find out more information? Do you have a Facebook page,
Yeah,
website?
Facebook page is probably where we keep things most updated, but we do have a website, CrossFitStRobert.com.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
From the people?
CrossFitStRobert.com, yeah. And you can find that through our Facebook page, but our Facebook page is CrossFit St. Robert, and all of our information is listed on there. You can kind of scroll through. We post some different stuff of classes, working out and whatnot, et cetera. But yeah, I mean, anybody that wants to come try it out is more than welcome to come try out a free class. I mean, we always give a free class. I'll let people try it out for several days, honestly.
That's nice,
just
to see if it works
To
for
make
them.
sure it works, because we have, with the military especially, they don't always know their schedule right when they move in.
Right.
And so while they want to make that commitment, I understand that they could get into something and be like, hey, I can't make any of the class times. And I don't want them to have to pay a full month's membership and not be able to do
Right.
the classes. So I'll let them come in for a few days. Once they kind of get their schedule set, then we start our membership. So
Yeah. I might bring my son down here. He don't know about it yet,
yeah,
but he does now. But bring him down here. I'm always inviting one family member to something because we're going to do something else this Saturday, right? Yoga.
Right.
Yeah.
But to come down here and we'll go through a session.
that'd be great. Absolutely anytime you want to. Like I said, any of the class times. If you are going to come and maybe it's your first time, I would advise getting to class maybe 10 minutes early, just so you can let the coach know, like, hey, I'm new, and that just gives them a heads up on that. But besides that, yeah, absolutely anytime anyone wants to come try to work out.
And they don't need anything special, right? I mean, just some basic clothes
No,
and
yeah,
a pair of
just-
tennis
just
shoes?
Pair of
whatever?
tennis shoes,
Okay.
shorts, tank top, something like
And
that.
a smile?
And a smile, right? Good attitude.
And water.
If you can bring a good attitude, that
Yeah,
helps.
water's
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something that we're very passionate about, having a good community here and having a good workout, good community. And I think making this a little bit of your social hour of the day, I think that's why a lot of people stick with CrossFit, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
They might hate the workout, just like, or they're, physically really exhausted or maybe don't want to, but all their friends are here. And maybe it wasn't their friend when they first started, but now, you see a lot of people develop really close relationships as they've been in the gym. And it's cool to see, and they get that piece of social hour, they get the benefit of their health from coming to work out, and you get that all in 1 hour. And so for our moms, it's their time away from the
Yes.
kids, right? They can come in and they can work out, and they get some freedom, they get to hang out and talk and chat with their friends. And then, for anyone that's been at work all day, it's the same thing. They can come in, and it's kind of like a stress relief.
Unwind.
So,
Yeah, it's a healthy way to unwind.
a healthy way.
Much better than a
Exactly.
happy
Yeah,
hour.
exactly. Yeah,
This is a
definitely.
happier
This is a
hour.
happier hour, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
you leave here really happy.
Definitely.
Because endorphins are underrated.
Oh.
They're totally underrated.
100%.
Yeah.
And when there's nothing that's going to give you a sense of accomplishment like coming in and almost like defeating a workout. You get
Yeah.
done with it, you might be intimidated at first or look at it like, oh, this is going to be tough, this is going to be hard. But then when you finish it, and you finish it with everyone else, and it's a good feeling. for
Yeah,
sure.
that's awesome. Did you have anything else that you wanted to?
No, I mean, it's just I can't wait to get started because I'm at the point in my own physical
Right.
transformation where I'm starting to now get more into lifting,
Yeah.
and trying to increase my muscle mass.
Right.
and
Why don't you
endurance.
share with him your story and for anyone else?
Oh,
that-
yeah, well,
that
I mean,
doesn't know
since
about it?
January, I lost about 80 pounds.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of running and cardio and really got myself conditioned
Yeah,
in that manner. But I'm starting now to do a little bit more calisthenics and things
Right.
along that lines. But I'm looking at trying to add that variety
Yeah.
to continue to move forward.
Right.
So because I kind of felt like I hit that plateau after about 6 months. I mean, it was like, bam. But now trying to do some different things with my body, now that I'm a little bit more conditioned, I set that foundation. Now I just want to kind of build upon it. And, seeing and hearing about your program that you have here is definitely something that I want to participate in.
Yeah,
and see.
it definitely adds variety, and
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people miss on their workout is if you're just going in running. And I'm an advocate for fitness, and that can be CrossFit, it could be Zumba, it could be
Mhm.
whatever. And I always tell people it's consistency.
Right.
If
Right.
you're going to be consistent
Agreed.
with it, it will work. Anything will
Oh, yeah,
work,
yeah.
honestly. It doesn't
Right.
even matter. Insert any activity, walking, running, jogging, whatever. But it's consistency. So it's what you like. What are you actually going to get up and go do?
Right.
And if that's CrossFit, that's great. It's going to work and it's going to do awesome things. And it does provide a lot of variety. We're going to do a different workout every day. Now, will we do similar movements, throughout the week and whatnot? Of course, week to week. But the setup, the time domain, the repetition schemes, all those things are going to change every single day. So we're doing different
That's
workouts all
awesome.
the time. And I think it keeps people interested. And that's a large reason why CrossFit, I think, is very popular right
It's
now.
very popular, yeah, I've noticed that. Well, that's great. So Sean, I hope that you'll kind of give us some pictures or do some videos of your workout here too and
Oh,
share it with
well,
us. How it goes, maybe?
Maybe before pictures.
Before
yeah.
pictures, okay.
Just before pictures. Yeah.
So guys, thank you all for watching. We'll have another video Friday. So Austin, thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Is there anything you'd like to say,
I think just hitting back on don't be intimidated to come try it out. It is for everyone of every age. Don't let age, don't let weight, don't let anything deter you from coming in, because once you get in and get started, you're going to find a good community, and I think you'll see pretty great results.
I love that. I think I'm going to try it too. Thank you.
All right, take it.
Thanks, guys.